Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah and in this video I want to share with you why I quit my corporate job in the middle of pandemic to take a 1-year-long sabbatical and why I think that you might want to plan one too. When people hear that I took a year off from work, usually I get one of two reactions. Some people think, wow, you're so brave. It's such a difficult thing to do and not many can actually do it. And the other reaction is, wow, what you're going to do with all that free time on your hands when you don't have any schedules, you don't have a job, you don't have anything to do every day. Don't you think it's going to be boring? I will answer both of these questions in this video and I will start with the first one. Do I think that taking sabbatical is a brave thing to do? Actually, I don't think it's a brave thing to do. I think it's a responsible thing to do, especially when you feel like you really need one. You have to take it. It's as simple as that. There might be different reasons why people want to take a sabbatical. Maybe you're feeling stuck at your work and you don't know what your next career step should be. You don't know why you're going there every day and you just need time to reflect what to do next. Or you might be wanting to transition to a new career, so you need some time to acquire new skills and to enter a new profession. Or maybe you just want to work on your creative projects or start a business or write a book or travel the world and you always wanted to do this, but you never had time for it. So this is a good reason for taking sabbatical. And lastly, I think this is the reason why most people take sabbatical is because of complete exhaustion and burnout. So why did I quit my corporate job in the middle of pandemic to take a year-long sabbatical or a mid-career break or an adult gap year? So I've been working in marketing and specifically in content marketing for the past 7 years. And for a big chunk of time, for about 5 years, I was working in one of the biggest personal development companies out there. And it was great in the beginning. I loved my work and actually changed 3 different teams during my 5 years in the company. I learned a lot. I was very passionate about what I'm doing. I still love what I'm doing. But during the end of my work there, I started feeling a lot of stress. Basically, I also had some clients on the side. I was overworking at work all the time, and it just led to complete exhaustion of my resources. Physically, mentally, emotionally, I was depleted. And I started feeling that this exhaustion started affecting the way I show up to work every day, as well as how I behave in society with my friends and relatives. I felt stressed out all the time. I started to get triggered because of the smallest things, and I was not able to properly manage my emotional states. I felt very unhappy and I really wanted to change that. So my solution was to remove myself from the situation that made me feel this overwhelming stress all the time and completely change everything. So I changed my country, I changed my home, I changed the circle of people that I hang out with, and I changed my job, or actually I quit my job. That was my solution. So I actually knew that I needed to leave and I will be leaving about 2 years before I actually left. And why is that? First of all, because I had financial goals that I was closing and I was finalizing. And secondly, because obviously I had to save up enough money to maintain my lifestyle for the next 12 months. So it took me a little bit of time to finalize all those things and prepare for my sabbatical properly. So now it's time to address the second reaction that people give me. Don't you think that you will have so much free time on your hands that it's going to be boring every day? It's been about 6 months from the day I started my sabbatical, and I will tell you, having a lot of free time and doing whatever you want wasn't really boring for me. So I intentionally decided to take 6 months, first 6 months of my sabbatical, to take a complete break from everything. I didn't want to be bothered by people, responsibilities, social media. And I wanted to focus on de-stressing my brain and calming my nervous system, getting in that restorative mode. So I was only allowed to learn a new thing or two, for example, reading a book or going through an online course, but again, without binge watching or binge learning, because this is something that I tend to do in my life. I like to learn things a lot and sometimes it's uncontrollable and obsessive a little bit. So I was just trying to manage that as well. So during the past 6 months, I spent around 2 months in my village, just relaxing under the sun, sunbathing, making food for myself, literally playing with my cat, and reading a book or two. And that was great. And later, when I came back to the city, I started going to fitness classes every day and hang out with my friends a bit more. And one more very important thing that I was doing during my first 6 months of sabbatical, and actually I started doing this a little bit before the time that I took my sabbatical, is that I was working with a coach. And this really helped me to, I would say, upgrade my personality. The coach that I was working with has integrated a lot of different powerful techniques into his approach of working with clients, and I actually will link his website in the description to this video. The main thing that happened is that I was able to release a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities, a lot of limiting beliefs, and a lot of mental blocks that I had. And actually one of the examples is that now I am recording this video and I started this YouTube channel, or I came back to this YouTube channel and I started recording more videos, because as long as I remember, for about 10 years now, I always wanted to record more videos and create content for YouTube. And especially because I've been working in self-development industry for about 7 years now, and I was directly working with different authors, helping them shape their content and create online courses, filming online courses with them, as well as creating additional content to promote their online courses. I feel like I learned a lot about different concepts and personal development, and I think the knowledge that I have can help many people to improve their life. Maybe it sounds cheesy, but I really believe it can help many people. So what is my plan for the next 6 months? First of all, I decided to finally start working on my creative projects, and YouTube being one of them. I'm also going through a lot of my pictures and putting them on stocks such as Unsplash and Shutterstock. You can check some of my works in the links in the description. And even though at the moment I'm not treating these projects as real job, and because I don't want to put like a very rigid schedule and deadlines for myself, I am very happy that I'm dedicating hours every day to this creative work. I also decided to travel a little bit during this 6 months, and actually right now I am in Georgia, and I'm in a little town that is called Batumi. It's on the Black Sea, and it's a very popular touristic destination in the summertime, but right now it's a low season, so there's like not many people, and the temperature is 12 to 16 degrees every day, and I really love that. So I want to spend another 3 months here, and again, it gives me time and space to work on my content. At some point, a little bit until the end of my sabbatical, I will start applying for a new job, and I actually decided that I want to work with a team in the office, or with an ability to go to the office, because it's not because of the pandemic and now everyone's working from home, but it's because for the past 5 years I have been working from everywhere and from home a lot, because I was working remotely, and then I was working as a freelancer and as a contractor, so I kind of a little bit tired of that, and I would really love to feel the collaboration and working with the team together. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, and I would also like to move to a new country again. So these are main highlights of my sabbatical experience, and what I want to tell you is that if you're thinking about taking a sabbatical, you don't have to wait until the last moment when you feel like you just want to quit and you don't care what's going to happen next. First of all, if you're a A-type personality and a high achiever, it is very possible that you will experience burnout at some point in your life. Also, if you have a high intensity job, for example, if you're traveling a lot for work or you're working with people all the time, it can be very draining and you can become exhausted. Lastly, if you want to be proactive about your next steps in your health, relationships, career, or identity, you might want to think about taking some time off, breaking out of the familiar routine, and exploring different ways of life. Also, it can help you reflect on the way you're living your life and think about what you want to do next and set those next goals for yourself. If you are thinking about taking a sabbatical, but you wonder, what would people say? How can I afford this financially? Or how can I do this with all the responsibilities I have? I will discuss the answers to these questions, as well as provide more tips on how you can plan your own sabbatical in my next video. I will link that video here, as well as in the end screen and down below in the description to this video. So if you like this type of content and you would like to know how you can plan your own sabbatical, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when that video will go out.